Why would you play with my headset?
Go on.
Do you know how Barack Obama, I could be wrong in this.
The previous president of the United States.
I know. I don't even have enough information about this because I was only thinking about it. I was going to read up on it and I didn't. I ran out of time.
Okay, Americans, listen up. Here we go.
Now I think we really should cut this. We might have to cut this. You know how he used his power of... I remember how we were watching... what was that film? Oh... Now I have to go back through my book.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are seeing a complete breakdown on the other side of the table here.
I'm sorry.
She's flicking through. She's like a frantic librarian looking for an index.
No, I'm having trouble.
Well, this is not the place to admit to that.
Vice. Remember how we watched Vice?
Yes.
Yeah. So remember how in
Is
that...
that what you were looking for?
No, I'm just having a moment.
I was having a crisis.
You know how in Vice, how they gave information about how the president was... He can make decisions. He doesn't need the rest of the his party or the rest of the government.
How he utilises executive power?
Thank you. That's what I wanted. I'm sorry. I've had too much to drink.
I've had twice as much as you.
Yeah, but you're bigger than me.
And I am on ball.
So...
The ball has been on.
You know how... I've only read this and I don't know if it's exactly true, so this might have to be cut. How Barack Obama used that to get through some of the things that he wanted to get through. Government, some of his policies. And people are saying, well, you know, he needed to get these policies through because it was important for the American community, blah, blah, blah. I know you're looking at me funny. I know I feel really bad. Don't do that. Just to me, that gives off the vibe of Thanos, where he goes, I'm doing this for the greater good. I know people disagree with me, but I'm going to take a dictatorship on this and just say, well, I think I'm right.
So...
Help me out here.
Okay, so allow me to help you out.
Thank you. Don't just look at me stupid. Gosh, I'm not as well educated in this sort of field as you are. Come on.
I have thoroughly enjoyed that moment.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry if it sounded painful in the microphone, guys. But
do you understand what I'm saying?
I got a great deal of jolly out of that.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Does it make sense?
Not really, no. Look, what you're trying to say is that he has to do hard things.
I'm talking about Thanos.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanos has to do hard things, and he has taken the responsibility on himself, and he is going forward, and he will be perceived as a bad man. He knows it and accepts it and goes forward and does it regardless because he knows it's for the greater good.
Doesn't ask for anybody else's opinion.
That's correct. He just goes
That's the
and
big
does
thing.
it.
He's just
Yes.
going, oh, well, I've decided it.
Yes.
Even though it makes sense in my head and
Yes.
other people may disagree, I'm going to do it anyway. I think that's a really interesting villain. I think this is the best villain they've ever had.
I think bringing Barack Obama into this was a razor analogy, Pip. Well done.
No, it's just I read an article and it made me think about it. And now I feel really bad.
I just love listening to you talking about American politics.
My knowledge on American politics is not that good. I apologise. I'm sorry.
Guys
cut
in the
this
US,
out, please. Please cut this out.
No. It's all staying in. This is comedy gold.
Oh, gosh. This sounds horrible. That makes me sound like I'm a real dumbass.
Now, look, come on. I've said on many occasions
that I'm a dumbass.
No, I've never spoken those words. I have occasionally inferred them, but I've never actually spoken them.
That's awful. I'm trying to... Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh, come on. You're falling apart here. No, it's fine. It's a good point. It's a good point. You see, this is me being nice and backing you up now.
Why did you do it like 20 minutes ago?
Well, and miss out on all that fun.
Thank you.
No, it's fine. Look, yeah, that's exactly right. What you said is absolutely on point.
Gosh, you suck so much.
I do, don't I? You asked me to do this podcast with you, and I said to you it was probably not a good idea.
But what I'm saying is you can see where he's coming from, which makes him really relatable.
Yes.
But also, again, you hate, like you said, your son's crying because everyone's dying.
That's right, but he's got to learn.
That's not what I'm talking about.
He's got to learn, as do everybody else. There is...
What, that half the population should just go and cark it?
There's no resurrection.
You don't know that. Endgame's coming. Anyway, did you like the film? I've asked you and you still haven't given me a response.
You cut in. You've started on your rant about Barack Obama and how the Tea Party have got to rise up and take over the world. No, come on, to be fair.
I'm just saying that was the article I read with his example and everyone else following his example.
Oh, God, we're not getting
It started with Vice.
tonight.
Come on, stop it.
Okay.
Did you like the film?
Very much so. I've watched it many times, this film. It is by far and away the grittiest, most in-depth, satisfying film of all of them, with the exception of Ragnarok, which is comedy gold. I think it's just, Ragnarok is just a funny film in its own right. The fact that it's actually in the Marvel universe, bravo. But this one is, other than Ragnarok, this is the strongest of all the films. So I'm really waiting for Endgame. I really am. I will be dragging Tom off down there and just forcing him through the front doors, and hopefully he'll learn some more life lessons.
As people know, I'm a massive Marvel fan and I love the hero arc stuff. And I love Marvel films.
Yep.
Big time.
Yep.
I found this film really enjoyable. A lot of people get upset because obviously you can't stand alone. You need to have watched all the films beforehand for it to make real sense. And people go, oh, there's too many characters in it, blah, blah, blah. It's too much. But I actually love the fact that they've just pushed all these characters in and, changed all their worlds around. And you've got Avengers mixing with Guardians of the Galaxy and all that sort of thing. I love that.
Yep.
I thought it was really good. I actually really liked the music too.
Well, like last week, Buster Scruggs. And you know how I was getting upset by the fact that they didn't tie it all together.
Yeah.
Infinity Wars is a classic case of how you take a large universe and multiple movies and tie them all together with an exotic bow.
So it made you happy?
It made me satisfied.
The satisfied
You don't
word.
lose half of your favourite characters and come away happy.
No, but there's another film coming.
Yes, I know, which means that there's more to die.
You don't know what's going to happen.
At least, I reckon they'll lose at least another 3. I reckon they will. And you know who I reckon will go?
Who?
I reckon, the witch. Did the witch die? And then I can't remember now. The Red Witch. She
floated away in ashes.
No, she's gone. I think,
But they made a Guardian of the Galaxy. They've got another Guardians of the Galaxy film coming up.
Well, it's going to be undercast, isn't it? Hey?
I was going to say most of them disappeared.
You're going to have the rabbit in there.
Rocket.
Yeah, Robert the Racket. The rabbit.
Rocket the rabbit.
I loved how Thor kept referring to him as the rabbit.
It's funny because this film has lots of comedy lines in it. Yeah, and they've got lots of mix-ups in it.
Well, they've looked at Ragnarok and gone,
everyone loved that.
Chris Helms, he's bloody brilliant at comedy. Let's give him more comedy lines. So they've punched him up.
Yeah, the Dark World was no good. With the funny, he does funny stuff really well, and it just makes it really nice.
I went back and made Tom watch it again, The Dark World, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I even watched Iron Man 3 like 2 nights ago. It's okay. It's okay.
But compared to this,
yes, but they're not. None of them are bad. I don't believe there's a bad film. Like I sat and actually watched it, Iron Man 3, because I considered that the weakest of all of the Marvel films, and I went away and said no. Now I'm looking at the overall arc of everything else. Everything else works in with that, and it's beautifully tied
it's all linked in. All the Marvel producers,
whoever the writers are, bravo.
Oh, they would all link it in.
A monumental effort. This is a monumental effort.
It's been written in a way that makes you satisfied that you're in safe hands. It's a safe hand film.
I don't believe Infinity Games gives you this safe hands film.
No, because you know that there's more to come. It's like you've gone halfway through a film. The film isn't finished.
No, that's true. That's true.
And there's another film coming and you're going, it's okay, there's another film coming. I'm not going to get upset.
Yep.
So
now we got spoilers. We've already done the spoilers.
Oh, no, everyone knows there's spoilers coming.
So when Spider-Man dies, I was so pleased with that. I just, because he's doing the whole little... I never have liked Spider-Man.
What's wrong with Spider-Man?
Oh, just,
I think Tom Holland does a great job.
Does a great job. I'm not arguing the fact that he's not a good actor. I don't like Spider-Man.
What have you got against Spider-Man?
He gives me the creeps. I don't like spiders.
Wow. Okay.
Well, look what his superpowers are, for God's sake. He shoots webs from his bloody arms.
Yeah, but he's also got spidey senses.
He's got spidey senses, whatever that is.
And he's extra strong and stuff. Like, he took a hit from Thanos. That was a bit weird.
Do you know who's been getting stronger and stronger and stronger through the whole show? For all of the movies? And
Thor.
I've been watching this. We've had this conversation earlier this week, remember how...
Oh, no, I'm about to back you up.
The inconsistencies of all of these. No, Thor has always been... Well, he's a god. But
He's a demigod.
Well, the one guy who you do not think is strong went actually and wrestled with Thanos.
Oh, Captain America.
Thank you. And when you think about where he was from the very start, he wasn't able to pick up cars and throw them or anything like that at the start.
No, he was.
He didn't pick up cars and throw them.
No, he was able to do that sort of stuff. But that was too hardcore. I mean, this guy has a full fist of stones. What I found weird...
I like that. A
full fist of stones.
It sounds like some sort of Clint Eastwood film, doesn't it?
Fist of dollars, yeah.
A full fist of stones.
But it's weird because the inconsistencies with the powers of all the heroes is all over the shop.
It is.
And you're looking at the very start.
But you know what? We will forgive him.
Will we?
Sure we will. You know why?
Why?
You just have a look at their gross box office takings.
Yeah, but...
We will forgive them.
Yes, fourth biggest.
Yes, 10 billion people in the world can't be wrong.
But the thing is, they're dragging in, obviously, people who are really into the comics and the Marvel universe.
Yep.
And also other people who are just... You want a nice hero story and well-rounded story, and a lot of people love that. But I found, for instance, like when all those Asgard people have been killed by Thanos, and Loki goes, they've all been killed, and Thor is wounded or knocked over or whatever, and he goes, "We've got a Hulk." I'm thinking, why hasn't Hulk got involved at the start of this fight? Do you notice Hulk only comes in when Loki says we've got a Hulk?
He was actually laying in wait.
He must have been, because why did they not know about the Hulk beforehand when all these people are dead?
You know what?
What?
You're starting to sound quite nerdy. No, that's the kind of thing a nerd would come up with.
No, what I'm saying is, to me, there were certain aspects of battles, like with Doctor Strange when they're up on Titan.
Yep.
Where I'm thinking, why didn't he do this at the start?
Yep.
It made me go, oh, they could have... What I would like to know is if they've got a comic book nerd or a Marvel nerd...
Can I tell you why?
Hang on. I want to know why they don't... I would like to know if they have a nerd on their payroll who checks all the writing and goes, oh, well, that there, it doesn't make sense. And, such and such would do this because he's just a nerd and therefore would know all this stuff.
Because Hulk is the trump card.
I know why they've held it back, because it gives Loki that great line gives
and
that scene.
You cannot have dialogue when you have Hulk. You can't have dialogue when you have Hulk.
I know, but it just irritated me. I'm like, why didn't you get in there when Thor would have been having a fight as well?
It is a script-driven problem. You have to get the lines out.
Know.
You have to set the scene. And if you have Hulk just leaping around inside a spaceship, regardless of whether he's getting beaten or not.
What happened to Valkyrie?
I assume she just got hit by a laser.
That's what I mean. There's bits of it that just made me go, well, where is she?
Well, it doesn't matter. Maybe she couldn't...
What happened to the guy...
Maybe she died of cirrhosis of the liver.
To me, it's just...
She was a hard-drinking girl. She was a very hard... That was so good when she fell off the...
But what I'm saying is, a lot of people will just go, oh, that's okay. It's just, we're just here for the story and it won't be an issue. And a lot of things you can forgive.
Yep.
But part of me goes, it's like, what's that movie with Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford that we did? And the dog. You didn't know what happened to the dog. I'm like, where was the dog? And here I'm going, where's Valkyrie? What's going on?
No, I get it. No, you're quite...
I like the closure.
No, well, I understand. I hear where you're at, and I agree with you. I think that she should have been brought in for this, but I'm sure that's contractual issues. And so they had to write around it.
I know. I'm a real Marvel fan, and I really love this film.
Sure.
But there was parts of it that made me go, Oh.
No, all I can say is there's an awful lot of moving parts in making a
Oh,
movie.
no, I know.
Yeah, and so you just have to work with what you got. And that's why